What is up, my friends? Jesse with Just Man Sports Cards going to do a PSA reveal today. I'll flip the camera on here in a second. 68 cards that I sent in. It took them about 4 months to do it. It is absolutely loaded. You're definitely going to want to stick around to the end. I hit two super rare Michael Jordan PSA 10s. We also have Shaq in the order, Kevin Garnett, high-end rookies. So here we are on my PSA landing page. You can see the orders. We're going to do this one. 68 cards sent in. You can see 5 were sent back to me. Those were raw cards. That's a bummer because they do charge you to send back to you. So I got charged like $20 to have those 5 cards sent back to me. You can see the order here. June 23rd, October. I actually had to email them 3 times to ask about this one. 2 Shaqs, first day issues. I'll pull up some of these cards. I'm not going to pull up all of them, but so we can get a closer look at them. Let me zoom out here. There we go. That's a good amount. So the first day stamp is here. These are pretty rare. Shaq's second year card, and we'll check out the pops on some of these cards too. 33 with 4 higher, so less than 4. I didn't get upcharged on anything, which was nice. I sent in 3 of these Natural Born Thrillers, Kevin Garnett rookies. I was buying them for about $70 raw. I got 2 10s and 1 9, so that was a win across the board. The 10s do about 400, 450. The 9s do about 125, 150. So even on the 9s, I kind of doubled up, and then on the 10s, this is just a gorgeous card. Jordan's in the set, which really helps the card itself if someone's trying to collect the 10s. 69, so not a super low pop. Jordan Beam Team 95, PSA 7, not the greatest grade. I paid about 150. I'll try to share what I bought these raw for. Almost all of them I bought raw off of eBay. So there's some white here, and then white on the back on all 4 corners, and then even here, which is pretty common. So I paid about 150, and these go for about 250. There's the population. Garnett 7. A little surprised by this, but then I re-looked at it, and the centering's not great. I don't know if I would call that a 7 or an 8. So coin flip there. Not super stoked about that grade. This is probably one of Shaq's rarest cards. The raws have really moved up. The last one just sold last week or the week before for like $40. 1 in 360 packs, and then there's like 9 cards, so you're talking thousands. Pop 8 is actually a tough grade. It's foil on the front, and then on the back you get chipping over here very often. You can see a little bit there. So pop 5 with 2 higher. That's a killer grade on this. This is probably a, I don't know, $200 card. It should be a lot more. 7, I won't show that one. I'm not sure what happened there. The 8, this is one of my favorite cards. In one of my last PSA videos, I got a 10 of this card, which is Montress. And then you got David Robinson here, and then Shaq on the platinum. You need the extra circle here. So 8, pop 2, and then the 1 higher would be the 10 that I have. So that's a big win there. Some Jordans here. One's an 8, and then one's a 9. I paid like $50-$60 raw for these. The 9 goes for about $150. So not a huge win, but I mean, it's a doubling. And then so I'm not having to pay for that doubling. Pretty low pop there, 39. That's what, 51 cards of a Jordan. 12 10s. The checklist isn't as popular. So I probably got this one. Oh, sometimes it takes a little minute for it to load. So yeah, I don't know if this is a gorgeous card. We'll look at the 7 so we can see the total pop. But I did get a 9. The 9's huge. These have the raw copies of this have really skyrocketed. 7, it's got Jordan and then Dennis Rodman, and it is a playing years card of Magic Johnson. And then so you have a pop 2, and then 8. I've been talking about these on my channel forever. I bet out of the 10 I own 4 or 5, so I'm hoarding them, I guess. This card is frustrating. Mike, who I talk with, one of my friends, they just men's size it a lot. Members only. I'm not really sure. So this is like the scans they're doing on all the cards. And then you can see these kind of lines, and I used to freak out, and I was like, man, did I miss that? But it's like on all the cards that they scan, so I think it's just their scanner. So, oh darn it, sorry about that. Jump back in. Yeah. Apologies, but we're right back at it. Ray Allen, I'm not buying a whole lot of his stuff, but his kind of rare rookies I will buy. So I was picking these up for 50, 60 bucks raw. 9s go for about 100 to 150. So I did okay here. 3 for 3, 69 with pop 15, so under 100. Definitely rare. This was great. These don't sell often, the legacy cards. Clifford Robinson. He's kind of one of the oddball players that I collect. He was on Survivor the Show. Yeah, I paid $48 for this. So pop one higher. You can go look up the sale on eBay if you want. This is where I crushed it. If you guys have been watching my videos, I still buy a lot of Jordan. I think you're silly not to if you're a long-term holder, collector, whatever you want to call it. This is the members only version. So the 8s go for like 300 to 400 of the members only. So you can see the print, the members only print on the back. These are much more condition sensitive than the standard version. And you can see the members only here. 42, 39. So that's a pop of under 100. I did very well on these. So you can see I got 1, 2, 3. I got a 7 there. 4, 5, another 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I went 10 for 12 on the 8s. That's a big one. I was buying those for like 180 bucks raw. So it's like a doubling on 180. And this is the base version 9. This just the back. It's easier to. It doesn't chip as much on the standard. I wouldn't call it base version. I would call the other one a parallel 69. But the 9 also does about 400 on the base. So I got 2. I got a men's size here, and I'm not graded. Not sure what happened there. Thunderclap. I quit buying these just because I'm getting roughed up on the grades. 7. There's white there, and it's just all black. I mean, to me that was close to an 8. These aren't high pop, but so there's like 14 8s, 9s. Click on the 9 so we can see the pop report here. These are gorgeous cards in hand. Stained glass. This is the first year for Gallery of Heroes for football, so these are pretty rare. Pop 9, 5 higher, and I got a 10. These go for like 60, 70 bucks raw. So the 9 was like a push, and the 10 was a doubling. Same with the Merino. We're going to start to get into some of the big 10s that I got. No upcharges again. The Merino is just a sick card. Wish I would have got 10 here. So a Duncan. None of these have sold recently. 10 Luminous. That was a big win. I think I paid like 50 bucks for this raw. Maybe a little less. Pop 12. So that was a win. I can't give a good. Here's some other wins. Like I said, Shiny Jordan. That was like the lane I went down for a while, and I did well buying raw. So I got 1, 2, 3 9s, and those go for about 400 bucks. 1 8, which goes for about 150, and then the 6 is an L. But let's take a look at the 8s to kind of get an idea on the pop report. You got to watch for centering here. The better to the more to the right, the better. But I have seen some 9s that are like hugging it. I don't know how they got that. This is a pretty solid 8 here. 229 and then 200 higher. So yeah, the 8s aren't necessarily rare by any means, but the 9s, you start to get into that rarity. If you've been watching the channel, I picked up a lot of these and I graded about half the lot. I did pretty well on these. These are 1 in 288 packs, exclamation points, gorgeous cards, lots of sparkles. They're picking up in popularity. People are starting to hit the bin buttons on them. Population 14. So those are no longer being slept on. These do not come up for auction very often. So I waited and waited and waited, probably 2 years for one to come to auction, and bought this copy. Not always a fan of the Intimidation Nation, just because the face on the front of some of them, I'm like, it's not. But this one, like, it actually kind of looks intimidating, like he's going to bring it. So 8.5 is a very solid grade on that. Pop 2, 3 higher, so super low. Pierce, I've gotten pickier about the stuff that I've been buying on his, but I will buy the low pop. So anything serial numbered of his rookie year. Out of 1,000, the gold FX. To give you an idea, pop 8, 4 higher. So if you're a Pierce collector, which I am, this is the Ovation Gold. The Dirk on this is really expensive, out of 1,000. And then pop 31, 13 higher. These are kind of easy to grade, but they're hard to pull. The explosions, the Dirks go for a lot. Pierce 9s are very affordable. You can get surface scratches, is about the only thing that knocks it down, but it's an actual piece of metal, so the card is pretty heavy. Pop 27, 55, so it's under a pop. The Dirk min size, I think a lot of these are going to min size, so if you can find any of these and PSA holders, I would snatch them up. So for a while, I would get comments for buying these raw, just because people are like, oh, they're high pop. It's a gorgeous looking shiny Jordan. So, and then occasionally you hit a home run. Pop 109 is high for a PSA 10 count for Jordan, but these sell for $300-400. So, and they go for about $60-70 raw. So, and this was probably the biggest win of the order. This card hasn't sold in 4 years in a PSA 10. The Prolifics, I've been talking about it. It's the rarest insert in the SPX 99. Gorgeous in hand. The 8s have moved up a lot in price. The 9s have really moved up in price. Pop 12. So I don't even know how to price this. I'd say definitely over $1,000, but I don't. And then the Dirk Beam Teams, we'll look at the 8 to get a better idea on the pop report. These are numbered out of 500. These were going for about $50-60 raw. Pop 3, 8 higher, so 11. This set is really caught on. Kobe's in it, Jordan's in it. The Jordan is outrageously expensive. Maddox, Essential Credentials. I prefer his stuff in the Atlanta Braves, but number to 58, 7. This year of credentials, the futures for baseball is super tough to grade. The cards are not in good condition, or condition sensitive, I guess I should say. So pop 2, none higher. So I'm happy with the 7. There's none higher. So all these are long-term holds. I'm just gonna be patient. I think that's something. It's like if you're trying to pick individual stocks and sell them in the same year, it's tough to do. But if you just pick good stocks and hold, you're gonna do well. Out of 99, these are gorgeous cards. Kind of a high number, but sometimes you can pick the raw copies up for pretty cheap. Even the graded copies, 15, 3 higher. Magic Johnson refractor design. I'm a fan of the orange. This is a gorgeous one. I'm really happy with the 9 here out of 199. So this is 6 and 4. So that's pop 10. Kareem and Dr. J, I will pick up their stuff until about 2017, and then I think the pop reports after that just skyrocket. Silver Prism, this is gorgeous in hand as well. Pop 7, none higher. This is, there's one at auction or just ended, a raw copy, and it went for a lot more than I paid for mine. 25. These can sometimes be hard to find, like perfectly centered. I get why this is a 9. It's just not centered. But it's a pop 1. They're numbered, I said to 25, right? Yeah. So the Mojo, these are stunning cards in hand. Derrick Henry. I was buying some of his raw stuff last off season. I don't know if these will ever catch on, but pop 5, 3 higher. The auto 8. For what I paid raw for this, it's kind of a push. So it is what it is. 7, yeah. So it's still pretty rare. The Mojo, some really rare stuff for Dr. J will end on. These are out of 25 as well. This is like great centering for this card. So I was a little, I guess it's a little fatter over here, but great pose. I do pay attention to the pose. Pop 1, 1 higher. And then a gold version. This is out of 10. You just saw the pop. You don't see these. This is the only copy I've ever seen pop up. I paid up for it. And then we have 1 card left. It's the auto. If you've liked everything, please like and subscribe. I have plenty of videos out there already. PSA reveals, me picking up raw cards. Basically show you everything that I do. Very transparent. This looks like a huge case because this is a standard card. So I don't know what. This might have been what was holding up the order. They're looking for a holder for this card. But I eventually will have some of these cards shipped back to me. I'm just working on kind of securing some of the stuff at my house. But that's what I have for everyone. I hope you have a great weekend.